Our exclusive custom colored jackhammers return from Japan. Megabass drops a brand new bait to the market, and some Father's Day specials you're not going to want to miss. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Depths, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined by my buddy Jeffrey the King. What's up, Jeffrey the King?
What's up, buddy?
Happy Sunday morning to you, sir. Is it a happy Sunday morning, Jeff?
Yeah. You
okay.
Look well rested.
I am well rested, and I'm ready to partake. Jeff, got one for you. By the way, we are the Hookup Tackle USA. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. We highlight new product drops, important restocks, and I get leave. Oh, wait, he's reaching?
Huh? No,
he's
I'm
reaching.
stretching my hand.
You're a tease.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, everyone. Happy Sunday. If this is your first time, we drink Orion here.
And work 4 hours.
I mean, do you need to work more than 4 hours a day? It's easy. We just
drink
live the good life. We drink our day away and work 4 hours, 4 days a week. Perfect. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are enjoying your end of spring, beginning of summer, wherever it is that you are. Cheers. All right, Jeff. You ready to dive in?
Let's see what you got.
So next weekend is Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a warning. It's an alarm for everybody in case you need to get something nice for their father. So we have some special Father's Day promotions that we are going to run through the week. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. Okay? Before we get into that, let's talk about some new products and some restocks. I'm super stoked for this one. Let's just start right here. So, here we go. Our custom color jackhammers return. So we have been out of these now for going on the better part of a year. So this is just how long things are taking to come back in stock. A lot of you guys have been asking for these to return. Finally, they have arrived. So we do two shop custom colors here in the jackhammer. We do Chartreuse Shad and Light Hitch. Now, I'll take these out so you can see them. Both of these colors are going to be available in a 3/8 ounce and a 1/2 ounce. Okay, so you can get them in either size. These are going to be pretty limited. A few years ago, this was probably enough stock, but the way things are being produced, we just can't get huge numbers of things anymore because it just takes so much time. So if you guys have been waiting on these, or maybe you didn't even know we did shop colors because you're new to the channel, these are going to be great additions. So here's Chartreuse Shad. So we worked with our buddy Brett Height to custom design these colors. So Chartreuse Shad is basically just a very natural shad profile. This is a color that we both love. In hard baits, we wanted to bring it into a jackhammer as well. So you can see just very neutral shad tones, just a light hit of chartreuse. And it also has a frost silver blade. So we wanted to go with a frost so that it wasn't as shiny as a traditional silver blade. It's going to have a little bit duller look to it. It's not going to be overly flashy, and it's not going to take away from the natural look of the bait. So a super dope color, definitely my favorite shad color in the line. So Chartreuse Shad returns. The other one that returns is Light Hitch. Now this is a color that we've thrown, light hitch swim baits have been kind of a staple for probably, I don't know, 30 years, Jeff. So, I mean, out here, hitch is a bait fish species that lives in a lot of the California lakes. but the color is just very, very natural. It can imitate any shad, a hitch of course, but guys in the Tennessee River, guys back east love this color because it could look like a gizzard shad. It's basically just a very natural shad skirt, and the back of it's a little bit more of like a bronzish tone, and it has a frost gold blade. So very few jackhammers are made with a gold blade. So this is the frost gold, so you're gonna get the gold, but it's not a super flashy gold, it's more of a muted gold. So another beautiful pattern there. So 2 custom colors, Chartreuse Shad, light hitch, available while supplies last. If they speak to you, grab them. All right, Jeff, let's jump to Megabass. Big restock week from Megabass, and we'll highlight some of the key restock items. But first, a brand new bait lands to the market. And this is a bait that's been teased for the last few years, and they have finally released it. Come on, relax. It's time for a hard bait. The brand new Live X Model 1 lands. Super stoked for this one. 10 colors in this guy. I will open one up and show this to you. So, the Live X is a concept of bait that dates back to the 90s when Yuki Ito, you know, we have a lot of different styles of baits, right? There's jerk baits, there's crank baits, there's shad baits, right? And they all kind of have their own segment in the market. And Yuki Ito wanted to create a bait that was basically just the closest thing to a live bait that he could create. Whether you wanted to crank it, whether you wanted to sweep it, whether you wanted to jerk it, it was one bait to kind of do everything, if that makes sense, right? And that was the concept behind Live X. So the new version is taking on that concept. So if you're asking yourself, what is it? Is it a crankbait? Is it a jerkbait? Is it a shad? The answer is yes. Oh, I felt like Griff just then. Oh, that was horrible. You know what? I need to wash that away. The answer is, of course. God, that would have been better. I'm disgusted with myself. Okay, so basically you have an elongated shape that is designed to have amazing castability, but also a great swim. Okay, so whether you are just cranking this down, whether you are twitching it, whether you are doing a combination of those things, which is really what it was designed to do, it's going to perform great. So think of this, it's got the LBO weight transfer system in it, right? So it's gonna cast like a dream. They do weigh 3/8 of an ounce. I'll spec it out for you guys. 3/8 of an ounce, and they are 74 millimeters. So it's gonna have about a 2-meter dive depth. So you're talking like 4 to 7 feet, somewhere in there. So higher in the column. You can wind this, you can pause it, you can twitch it, you can pause it, you can wind, you can sweep, right? And it's gonna imitate live bait. So let me run through the colors really quick with you. So GG Smallmouth Bass, stoked to have this one in. That is the first color. There is a Fine Art Ghost Wakasagi. Can you see that one okay, Jeff?
That one's kind of sick.
Yeah, that one's dope. Any fine art, I'm a sucker for it. Ghost Wakasagi is probably one of the more natural fine art colors. Wagin Oikawa. This is going to be a great one if you guys are fishing trout, smallmouth. They love Oikawa colors. I'm stoked to have this one. I'm a sucker for this type of color. GP Chartreuse back.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that one's dope. Of course, GG Perch, staple. Wagin Hasu, nice natural baitfish pattern. Staying in baitfish patterns, Wagin Setsuki Ayu, gotta have that color in the line. One of my favorite baitfish patterns that gets overlooked a lot, PM Han Morocco. So any Morocco colors are amazing baitfish patterns. GLX Rainbow. So you don't see this color offered very often in a hard bait. So pretty dope. And then finally, Fine Art Kalamutsu. So there is the color run. These are going to be fairly limited in availability, like everything nowadays, it seems like. So if they speak to you, definitely scoop them up. I expect them to kind of fly out here. We'll do the best we can to keep them around and keep them in stock for you guys. But there you go, the brand new Live X Model 1 from Megabass, available now. All right, while we're on Megabass, a couple of restocks to let you guys know about. A bait that's been out of stock for quite some time, an absolute killer post-spawn early summer. The Megabass Karashi returns. This is a small, very finesse profile bait designed to move like a walking topwater bait, but subsurface. So when they get really picky and they start feeding on fry and tiny little bait, the Karashi can be absolutely deadly. So that returns. You guys have been waiting for those. Great time to scoop those up. We also see a huge restock this week in the Megabass Giant Dog X. So all the key colors, your blacks, your shads, you know, your bluegill type colors all return in the Giant Dog X just in time for topwater season. And then also, I know a lot of you guys are still in the throes of jerkbait season. If you live a place like we do, it's always jerkbait season. So if you guys have been waiting on anything to drop, a huge restock this week in 110 Juniors. We also see some key colors in regular 110s return, like Sexy IU, Wagin IU, that kind of stuff. We also see some silence return and some key colors like SBOB Shad, HG Ito Wakasagi, etc. So if you guys have been waiting on any of those, great week to scoop them up, back in stock. And finally from Megabass, we see a restock in the absolute hottest swim bait ever, probably. Well, the sleeper gill might overtake this one. We'll see. But the 6-inch Magdraft returns in all colors. So you guys have been waiting on albino pearl shad, whiteback shad, brownie, biwako shad, any of those are back for now. Pretty big numbers, but the way these have been flying out of here, probably do the same. So if you guys have been waiting on any, scoop those up. We also see a return in all the colors in the Freestyle version as well. So you've got your option. You've got your weedless one, you've got your rigged one. So you guys have been waiting on those. Those are back in stock. All right, Jeff, let's jump to OSP. Big restock of OSP and some new color drops come this week from OSP. We see a big return in some of the Blitz series crankbaits. Now over the next couple months, we're gonna see all the Blitz trickle through. Last week or maybe the week before, we saw some Blitz, Tiny Blitz MRs, Tiny Blitzes. Now we see the original Blitz square bill return. So this is the 53 millimeter, 9 grams, so almost 3/8 of an ounce. One of the best-selling square bills in our store. Majority of colors are back in stock, plus some new colors as well, like Real IU. So if you guys have been waiting for Blitz, or maybe you're just looking for a new square bill, what makes the Blitz series crankbaits so great is all of the Blitz series crankbaits are going to be built out of this kind of honeycomb construction. Okay, and what that does is it allows the walls of the bait to be thinner, so that as the bait moves, it's going to have more of a hybrid action to it, right? So because it's thinner, they're able to just do one basically compartment, so the bait has amazing buoyancy, but even though it's a rounder shape, it's going to have a tighter action, a lot like a flat side. So it's not really a true tight, it's not really a true wide, it's kind of an in-between. So the importance of that is that it works great in pretty much all water temps. So anything Blitz, whether it's a original Blitz, Tiny Blitz, a DR, an EXDR, they're all gonna be built the same. They're just great all around use crankbaits. There's a look at the Real IU, new color drop in that. So Blitz's return this week from OSP. We also see a huge return in the Tiny Blitz DR. Now this is one of our best selling small bodied crankbaits. And this is 1 4/5 inches, so 45 millimeters, 7 grams, so it is a 1/4 ounce. Now here's what's dope about this dude. This guy, here, let me grab a clear color and you can kind of see that honeycomb construction we were talking about. If you guys like throwing tiny little crankbaits, this is an amazing one because it's obviously super small, but it's capable of reaching depths 12 to 15 foot. So now you've got this tiny little bait that you get down there 14, 15 feet of water where they're not seeing a lot of tiny baits. So you can see that honeycomb construction on there. That's what's causing that to really have that amazing action, that kind of in between that tight and wide wobble. So there you go. Most of the colors return, anything from mattes to chartreuses, right, to reds, to natural shads like the Tasty Shad. And we're seeing returns in a lot of these in both the US version and the Japan versions, which are just slightly different shades, right? So you're gonna have options on there. So you guys have been waiting on Tiny Blitzes, available again from OSP. All right, so Jeff just asked a great question. What do I mean by US version or Japanese version? So what I mean by that is, for some reason, a lot of these colors, they make different shades for the Japan domestic market versus the world market. Not sure why, right? But I like choices. I like options. So for instance, I'm just gonna give you a little sampling. This is Tasty Shad, okay, which is one of our best-selling colors. So this is the world or the US version of Tasty Shad. This is the Japan version of Tasty Shad. So you notice it's got just a little extra coloration around the face there, right? That's it. The rest of the bait is pretty much exactly the same. It's just slight different color shifts towards the front. So the same thing would be on like Crystal Blue Shiner and Ice Shad, same kind of thing. One has a little bit of chartreuse under the bottom and one doesn't, right? So when you're looking at it and it says JP, that's what I'm referring to. Just slight little color shifts, so you have the option to choose which one you like. Make sense?
So dumb.
Makes no sense why they would just make...
Dude,
Just pick one.
Dude, color does not matter.
Color is so important.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So if the
Look, Jeff.
you're not eating the U.S. version, you switch to the Japanese version, the fish are like, oh, finally,
Sometimes
some red
you
on my
need
eye.
just a little bit of that like brown on the head to really make it stand out. It's calling attention to the eye. Whereas, you know, like on this US version, bro, yeah, I don't even know where to look. Am I right? Yes. Oh no, I grifted again. All right, while we're on crankbaits, we also see a huge return in the HPF series of crank, and specifically the Spec 2. This is an amazing flat size crankbait. Return of all the great colors, Tasty Shad, Real Perch, so on and so forth, returns in this. If you guys aren't familiar with the HPF crank, the Spec 2, this is the totally silent version, flat side crankbait, super tight movement. This is just an amazing bait to throw that really imitates small prey in the shallows. So if you guys are seeing little bluegill, little perch, little shad up shallow, this is a great option to throw. So it's been a while since we've had so many in stock. So if you guys have been waiting, or you're still fishing that shallow zone over grass in cover, the HPF should definitely be in your lineup. So those return from OSP. All right, we also see a big restock plus 3 new color drops in an amazing topwater bait that is definitely still a sleeper topwater bait in my book, definitely an under the radar bait. This is the OSP Yamato. Now these are available in a full size and a junior size. The Yamato is one of those baits. Open. Now a lot of you guys know the Yamato and love the Yamato. Yamato is one of those baits that is basically, you can utilize it to its full built potential, or you can just throw it how it comes out of the package and you're going to have a lot of success with it. It has 2 different line ties here, right? So the first line tie is going to allow it to just walk the way any other bait's going to walk. It's going to have that kind of nice knock, right, as it moves. And it's just a great option to something like a kick knocker or shower blows that still gives body but not quite as much volume of sound, right? So it's a little finessier than that. If you wanted to attach it to the top hook, the top eye here, it's going to create more of a wake bait. So now it's going to kind of really skim slightly under the water as it moves, and it's able to right itself because of the way the gills flare out and the little rudder that's on the head. So you basically kind of get 2 in 1 motion. You can use it as topwater, you can use it as a walking wake bait. Just a lot of versatility. So some new colors. Real Perch comes in that guy. Real Bitterling, can you even see that? Real Bitterling comes in that. That's a sexy color right there.
That's a sick ass color.
Oh, that looks good. I don't have any Bitterling near me, but that's dope. Yeah.
You know,
no Bitterling needed.
You know what's funny?
Yes.
Is there was an old PlayStation 1 fishing game that I used to play.
Yeah.
And one of the fish you had to catch was a bitterling.
Oh, really?
And that's the only reason why I know what a bitterling is.
That's crazy, dude. That's pretty cool. You like those throwback games, huh?
Oh, I love them.
Pearl Chartreuse Back is the other color that's new. And of course, all the key colors, your Ginrins, your Ghost Minnows, your Pearls, all those return as well. Now in the junior, we also see the Pearl Chartreuse Back. Damn that little insert. Well, it looks like that one, but small. Okay, we got it. TG Sunfish. Okay, so OSP is really good at these TG colors. TG is basically going to be kind of like a insert, like a little flash insert. Okay, so TG Sunfish is going to be kind of like a real natural sunfish, bluegill, perch, any of those could be good imitators. So that's a new one. We also see TG Flash Wakasagi and then Sunny Gill in the junior. So if you guys are looking for a new top order bait, or maybe even waiting for these to come back in some new colors, there you go. The Yamato Junior, available from OSP. All right, more new colors in the OSP Dolive Gill. Now, a lot of these colors are going to also transfer over into the Dolive Shad. So I'll fly through these. These are colors that are coming from their saltwater color chain. They're bringing them into some of these soft plastic baits, so you guys obviously could use them in saltwater, but of course, they're the same bait, right? So freshwater, saltwater, doesn't matter. It's just coming from the saltwater world of color. So you see this glow pink back. It's a pretty bright pink with some hologram flake. So that is in. Also, by the way, in a Dolive Shad. So it's going to be in the 4-inch and the 4.5-inch Dolive Shad, okay? We see Akakin. So believe it or not, this is one of our best-selling colors across soft plastic baits.
It's a dope color.
And it goes everywhere. It's not just saltwater, right? So it's cool. It's just kind of a red and gold. Great one. So those are in.
There's no way that stays.
Yep, I'm just going to put them down. Lime Chartreuse. Okay, so if you just need like the gaudiest, brightest, limiest Chartreuse ever, there you go. Oh, it's got flake. So guaranteed to catch fish. Orange and Chartreuse.
Natural.
Very natural. And then in the Dolive Shad, there's a new color called Anchovy. This one's dope.
That one's dope.
Here, I'll take this one out. I mean, they're all dope,
Yeah.
but, you know, I wish I lived somewhere where I had to throw Akakin and Lime Chartreuse.
I want to live where there's sea bass.
That would be sick, right? So there you go. There's a look at Anchovy.
That
So
one's
just
sick.
a super natural bait fish pattern, kind of a smoky back, kind of a transparent with some flake belly. That one's going to be dope. That one's going to be hot. So again, 4-inch and 4.5-inch size in that one. Those are new this week. We also see a huge restock in all the main colors of Dolive Shad. So 4-inch, 3.5-inch, your whites, your chartreuses, your bluegills, your green pumpkins, all that returns this week from OSP. All right, while we're on soft plastics, Jeff, we see a huge restock in the Dolive Craw. So these have been flying out of here. We talk about Dolive Craw a lot. Is our favorite jig trailer. So all the key colors, all the key sizes, 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, all return. Your green pumpkins, your scuppernongs, etc. Those all return from OSP. We also see our #1 selling bait of last year, probably be the #1 selling bait of this year again, the OSP Dolive Beaver. So pretty much everything returns in this guy as well. So if you guys have been waiting on this, I know a lot of you are in the thrones of fishing season. You're probably flying through some baits. 3-inchers return. 3-inch is great on a Ned rig. It's great on a drop shot, small little free rig. So those return. 3.5-inch size returns in all the key colors. So green pumpkin, ghost shrimp, sprayed grass, all those are back. And then the 4-inch returns as well in all the key colors. Green pumpkin, black, cinnamon blue flake, etc. All back in stock this week from OSP. All right, we also see a huge restock and return of all colors of Dolive Sticks. So a lot of you guys have finally been figuring this guy out, that it's deadly on a drop shot, deadly on a free rig, just a super dope bait. So whether it's the original Dolive Stick, the Dolive Stick Spec 2, we see a return in a lot of the gill colors, the chartreuses, the 3.5, the 4.5, the 3-inch, even the fats, all of those return this week from OSP. We also were getting a lot of requests to expand the Dolive Shrimp line. So we listened. So huge shipment of Dolive Shrimps in. So the Dolive Shrimp is going to be available in a few different sizes. There's a 4-inch, a 4/8, and a 5/8. The Dolive Shrimp, if you're not familiar with it, we talk about this a lot. There's a lot of shrimp baits, right? So, you know, in Japan on Lake Biwa, there are freshwater shrimp. So they build baits to imitate those shrimp. The majority of those shrimp baits are applicable to us as crawfish baits. Very, very similar, right? They're kind of moving on the bottom the same way a crawfish would. The Dolive Shrimp is a sick one because it's an amazing free rig bait. It's just got a lot of stuff happening. So it's got tentacles, it's got these tentacles that have these little grooves so they create water push, it's got little legs that quiver, and then it's got the solid ribbed body, right? So it's just got a lot of different pieces. It also is an amazing jig trailer. So a lot of you guys are fishing bigger football jigs, out on ledges and that kind of stuff. These larger sizes of shrimp, the 4.8 and 5.8, are amazing as a jig trailer. Just give a big profile that moves very easily without creating a lot of drag. So if you guys are looking for something different, these could be a great option for you. So all the key colors return, right? Green pumpkin, you know, electric shad. The little 4-inch one, you can even drop shot it. So you can drop shot, free rig, any of that stuff, those all return. We also see some new colors in the 6-inch version. Okay, so this is going to be the largest one, so this would be a great one for night fishing. You could text rig it, you could use it as a big like mop jig trailer. So new colors like June bug, some gold flake, some cinnamon blue flake, okay, available for the first time in the 6-inch of the Dolive Shrimp. All right, I think it's safe to say it's kind of smallmouth season now. Everybody up north is like, ice is done, cold is done, guys are just going to be jacking them. And one of the best ways to catch smallmouth is they transition into post-spawn and into summer and just schooling up and getting aggressive is with a spinnerbait. So perfect timing from OSP to introduce some new colors and then restock all the key colors in their high pitcher. So both the tandem willow and the double willow versions are available. We see all sizes, 3/8 ounce, half ounce, 5/8 ounce, but a lot of really key smallmouth colors in here. Some cotton candies, some whites, chartreuses. You got painted blades, you've got non-painted blades, you know, pink. So basically anything you can think of. The high pitcher is just a very small profile, compact spinnerbait, right? So it's an amazing spinnerbait if you guys are looking for just small, compact, very durable. The high pitcher is a great one for you. You can burn it, you can fish it slow, you can do a lot of different things with it. Small blades, it's great at imitating, you know, that tinier bait out there. So available, again, pretty much everything in the high pitcher from OSP. All right, Jeff, this segment is just for you.
For me?
Okay, I saved this for you, and
Oh,
you have
thank
no
God.
idea what's coming.
Big swim bait.
I
Has to
can
be.
see you kind of looking here in my special pile, but
Big swim bait.
eyes on me.
Got
okay?
it.
Okay. Your favorite thing?
Big swim bait.
No, better than that. Bugs.
Oh, God.
You love bugs, dude.
Not this again.
All right, so this is actually cool. You'll actually think this is cool, but it's called a bug. So I saved this just for you because I want to make sure I had something buggy every week. This is just going to be my new
this
thing.
is just a thing now.
This is our bonding. Okay, you want to drink with me?
No.
Okay. All right, from Evergreen, Japan, the Kicker Bug Fat Baby is in stock. So this is a 3.3-inch flip bait. The only thing bug about it is it just says bug.
Thank
Relax, guy. It's not an actual bug.
Dodged a bullet.
Yeah. So this is a really dope little small profile pitching bait. You can use it Texas rig, flip, pitch. You could also use it as a great jig trailer. So if you guys are throwing compact jigs, like a headlock jig, a hunch jig, something like that, this fits it great. It's got a ribbed underside, right? So it's gonna have some flexibility and some water push. Every leg has these little balls on it, okay? And the balls quiver, right? So everything on it is just gonna have a little different quiver, little different movement underwater just to create a different look, right? So it's available in a ton of different colors. Evergreen usually produces their soft plastics once a year, right? So this is a pretty big shipment, but once they're gone, we probably won't see them again until this time, 2023. Isn't that crazy? We're already saying 2023.
Odd.
It's nuts. So there you go. The brand new bait from Evergreen, the Kicker Bug Fat Baby, in stock now. All right, another thing that you're super into as of this week.
As of this week?
Yes. Like you retired from swim bait fishing this
Okay,
week.
yeah.
And what did you take up?
I took up a little BFS rod to go trout fishing.
BFS trout.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, did you have a good time?
Yeah, when I landed the fish.
So, it could have been the bait. Do you know what you didn't have?
What didn't I have?
How many inline spinners were you throwing?
Zero. I just had great huntings. You
Right,
know, the
because-
normal stuff.
there isn't any cool JDM inline spinners, right?
Right.
Wrong.
Oh?
Okay. Gone is that old way of speaking in the Duo Realis Spearhead Ryuki Spinner. So now your arsenal can be complete, Jeff. Okay, brand new from Duo. They are expanding their trout line. Why are you looking at me like that? Bro, do you know how many fish are going to be caught on these things? Here's what's dope. They made these in their trout line, right? So the Spearhead Ryuki, but they made a lot of them in bass colors. Wakasagis, Ayus, because smallmouth guys destroy on inline spinners. A lot of guys are fishing streams, rivers, that kind of stuff. You guys are gonna jack them. So here you go. If your summer pursuits involve smallmouth, trout, anything like that, there is now a spinner just for you. 3.5 gram and 5 gram. And there's a bunch of crazy colors, right? Like, I'm surprised you didn't have any of these oranges with you, right? So you gotta have a flame orange spinner. So 3.5 and 5. I'll just kind of fly through some of these colors with you. I'll take one out so you can see it. So, you know, what is different about this spinner than
Panther Martin.
a Panther Martin, right?
Talk to me.
Well, I don't know. I just opened it up. So let's look together, okay? So this is the first look. This is the first time seeing them. Just pulled them out of the box, okay? So I knew these were coming. I ordered these quite some time ago. So I knew that Duo's concept was to create a main piece here that was going to have a similar shimmy to what they have on their hard baits. Okay, so a lot of thought and effort went into creating this centerpiece. Now, unlike a Panther Martin, unlike a Mepps, it is not a fixed system. So it is going to slide and adjust based on how it needs to move, which gives it the ability to spin, right, while that vibrates. And you can even see it kind of shaking on there while that's doing that. So it's going to do the same thing in the water. So when you throw a Panther Martin, you throw a Mepps, the bait itself is just going straight, but the blade is spinning, right? This is designed to have the spinning blade while the bait is shimming the same way that you would see a shimmy in something like a spy bait, okay? So there is some thought given to it. It's not just a spinner, right? So it's going to have a swiveled front piece also, which is great because, as many of you know, if you throw inline spinners, one of the nightmares is that it twists your line. So this concept of having that swiveled front end is designed to eliminate line twist while you have the flash, while you have the wobble back here. So it should be a great addition to a lot of your lineup. You're gonna have to get them before Jeff gets them. I can just tell by the look on his face that these are about to sell out right now. Am I right, Jeff?
Oh yeah. Spinners.
What'd you say? Okay. So there you go, guys. The brand new spinner from Duo, the Spearhead Ryuki spinner, available while supplies last until Jeff buys them all out. All right, Jeff, one more thing just for you.
Oh,
okay,
no.
now I know you were very sad the last time we had these in. I thought it was kind of a ridiculous bait, so I didn't think anyone was going to actually buy them, and they sold out in like seconds. You think it's dope. And Jeff cried that he didn't get one. Okay? Jeff, a return of the Persuader Blackbird Popper.
I'm glad you were able to get these back in. I never thought I'd see them ever again.
Hand carved, hand painted, stupid ass bird popper. Or, as Griff would say, sick popper. Sick ass popper. So there you go. It's a bird, and it pops, and it's available again. So here's your chance, Jeff. You can grab one. Look at that. It's got red. It's got red on the wing insert. It's dope. So there you go. I don't know. They flew out of here last time. A lot of you guys like them. Griff likes them. If you like something ridiculous and maybe they're feeding on little black birds around you, this could be dope. I just think it's kind of nutty, but it's kind of fun too. So there you go. Available while supplies last until Jeff buys all of them. The Persuader Blackbird Popper back in stock. All right, Jeff, while we are on Persuader, we do we see a huge restock of pretty much all Persuader baits. If you guys have been waiting on E-chips or painted blades or buzz baits or whatever, they're all back in stock. They also launched 2 new spinnerbaits this week. Okay, so Jeff, I would like you to introduce this one. This is the brand new. See it?
Hold on, stop moving it. The Keeganator?
There you go. The Keeganator. Okay? No idea why it's named that.
Keeganator.
But this is basically just a light wire version of their traditional spinnerbaits. If you guys like Persuader spinnerbaits, Persuader, dude, they build great spinnerbaits. They're based here in Arizona. A lot of you guys love them, but this is going to be a light wire version, so it's going to have more vibration. So available in different weights, different colors, so those are in stock. There's also another one. Okay. Introduce it, Jeff.
The Caliboo?
I don't know. Caliboo.
Caliboo.
The Caliboo.
Okay.
Okay. So these are some pretty horrible names.
I would say so.
But the baits are going to be, they're going to be good. So this is basically just a compact frame version of the Persuader spinnerbait. So if you guys, I mean, everybody loves a compact spinnerbait. So this is the first compact spinnerbait that Persuader has produced. So there you go, a couple new options: a light wire, a compact wire, the Keeganator, the Caliboo, available now from Persuader. All right, back in stock, my favorite A-rig. This is the Hog Farmer Mop Deuce rig. A-rigs create quite the controversy.
Yeah, that's a cheater rig, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So the Mop Deuce is a super dope one because it is literally, it's just 2 arms. Okay, so you get 2 baits on there, and then all of these other arms are just full of blades. So when you spread it out, it just looks like a little wad of bait, a little wad of fry. We were out yesterday. There is fry everywhere, all over the lake. This is just a great way to imitate the entire school of fry coming through. So if that speaks to you, you can throw it on a normal rod, like just your heavier spinnerbait rod. It throws great. So Hog Farmer Mop Deuce back in stock. And we also see a restock from Berkley, Japan in a couple of colors of the Power Flutter 4-inch. So we see weed shrimp and we see the smoke brown blue flake return in this guy. Now this was made super popular from Kenta. Last year he absolutely started smoking everybody on the Power Flutter, using it on like a wobblehead. Okay, so this is kind of like his summer secret bait. So if you guys are fans of Berkley power bait, and we talk about Berkley here a lot. I'm not a fan of Berkley USA. Berkley Japan, at least they try to innovate some stuff, right? So here you go. There's some really cool claws, some cool grooves. It's an amazing jig trail. You can flip it, but it's a great one to throw on a wobblehead. So if you guys are looking for just something different down on the bottom, this could be a great one. So while supplies last, those are available again. All right, new this week from Shimano, okay? A lot of guys have been anticipating this, and we will see a trickle of this reel come through over the next couple of months, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. Everybody knows Shimano ain't ever going to give a lefty first. It's always going to be righties first, then lefties. Sorry, you know, they are definitely racist against lefties.
1000% they are.
Yeah. Send a note.
Send a note.
Yeah, we should protest, just not out in front of my store. So here you go. The brand new 2022 Bantam arrives now. Only the 6-to-1 gear ratio so far, so we should see the 7s and the 8s again shortly. Now, the new Bantam is pretty dope. Obviously, it's going to have a very similar frame shape, frame design. This new one is going to have the new Infinity Drive system. So it's going to be a super strong, super smooth reel, just like the old Bantam. But unlike the old Bantam, I always felt that the old Bantam was almost too smooth. And Griffin and I were talking about this yesterday. There's a certain amount of transmission that you want back to you. A certain amount of feedback if the bait is moving, the bait is wobbling, the bait is hitting something. And a lot of times that older Bantam is so quiet, it's so solid, it's almost too smooth and you kind of forget what's happening, right? So this is very, very similar, but it's just slightly more grind, I would say, to where transmission comes through. It's the perfect grind. I'm not a huge fan of Shimano reels. right? I mean, I talk about Daiwa all the time, but there are some standouts that I love, and Bantam's always been one that I've been a fan of. So I'm stoked to have this one with the new Infinity Drive, got the MGL spool. So this is gonna be a favorite for a lot of you guys. They really designed this reel to be a reel that could be a high impact reel. So big spinner baits, flip pitch, chatterbaits, braid, you know, pulling out of grass, pulling out a heavy cover. This could be an awesome option for you. So there you go, the brand new Bantam from Shimano, available now. And I should have mentioned, Jeff, 2022, everything is going up in price. Bantam stays the same. So $349, still made in Japan. You got all that amazing craftsmanship in it, and it stays the same price. So definitely scoop them up. It's a dirty reel. It looks awesome. So available while supplies last. All right, Jeff, let's talk rods for a minute here. So we see some restocks and a new addition to some lines. So here we go. NRX Plus. Been flying out of here. I will always let you guys know when certain models come back through, but one of the most popular models in the line in the spinning, the 872S JWR returns. This is the 7.3 rod built for tubes and jigs. It's an amazing one. So if you guys are fishing bigger water and you just need the ultimate tube jig rod, this is pretty much it. Super sensitive, very fast action, very fast taper. It's super dope for bottom contact, so the 872 returns. We also see, finally, to the lineup, the 901S SJR. So a lot of you guys have been waiting for this rod. This is the 7.6 1 power, so it's a medium light, 1/16 to 5/16 ounce lure rating. This is going to be an amazing one for hair jigs, little Okashira screw heads, or your really light baits that you need a rod that's got a lot of whip and a lot of flex to get out there. So if you guys have been waiting on the 901, now is the time. They are in stock while supplies last from Loomis. We also see, for the first time in a while, some Conquest return, and specifically the 905 Conquest. Now, is Conquest even relevant anymore now that NRX Plus is out? It doesn't seem like it, right? But this is one of those that's never going to go away, the 905. This is a favorite amongst a lot of people, myself included, because it is a 7.6 5 power rod that's in an MBR, so it's still got a little bit of give. So this is not a broomstick, but it's rated up to 3 ounces. So this is a great one for throwing a 6-inch Magdraft, a small A-rig, any of those kind of in-between type baits. This one works amazingly well. Big swim jig and underspin with a big 5/8 Kitech, something like that. The 905 Conquest is dope. We also see a surprising small restock, and I'm talking just a few pieces of each of these. So if you have been waiting on any of these, grab these while you can. But the TS Destroyer Casino returns. So we got a handful of these in a few weeks ago. They flew out of here. We get a handful more. So this is the 7.7 2 to 6 ounce, just beautiful swim bait rod. It's the most parabolic of all of their rods. So glide baits, big hard baits, wake baits, rats, that kind of stuff. The Casino is super dope. We also see a handful of pieces of the Tomahawk. So this is the F471T. This is a 7.1 cranking stick. This is the full glass cranking rod from Megabass. Just a great small square bill, mid-range cranking stick. So if you guys have been looking for any of those, or maybe just looking to expand, there you go. Some new rods this week and some restocks from Megabass and Loomis. All right, Jeff, let's talk Father's Day for a minute, okay? So Father's Day is coming up next week. You got to get your dad something good.
Pops?
Yep.
Okay.
Got to get him something good.
Do you have anything good that I could give to my pops?
Dude, what? Everything I just talked about is what you should give him.
Inline spinner.
He would love an inline spinner.
That'd be so disrespectful.
And a bug. You need to get him a bug bait.
Okay.
Let me shop for you.
Oh.
I got him.
Okay.
I got him covered.
Let's see.
Okay. Now, just for fun, we're going to run some promotions. I know shopping for dad can be difficult. You know, and just a really quick kind of off topic. Guys, thank you for giving us so much time on Sundays. I know a lot of your wives and your kids sacrifice time for you to watch these videos. So, you know, show them this portion. Let them buy you something great and amazing for Father's Day. So we have 4 different specials going on this week. So these will run all week. They will end next Sunday. Okay? So 1 week of time ending on Father's Day, everybody. Okay, here we go. Let's start out with Spro. Okay, so we are gonna do a promo on the entire Spro line, 20 to 40% off. Okay, so big discounts on Spro. So if you guys want Spro frogs, any frog, 20% off, okay? You want Spro hard baits, any hard baits, rock crawlers, little johns, any of the cranks, lipless, whatever, 20% off, right? Spro soft plastics, 40% off. Okay, so if you guys are looking to stock up or expand or just grab a bunch of stuff, great time to get Spro, 20 to 40% off for the next week while supplies last from Spro. Now, our friends at Baitsanity. Okay, we've been talking about this bait a lot. This is the Baitsanity Explorer Gill. We still have a couple weeks left in our Explorer Gill tournament, so it's not too late. Nobody has run away with this thing yet. So if you guys want to jump in, just grab yourself an Explorer Gill, catch a few fish, and you're going to be right there to win some amazing prizes. You guys can check out and see more of it on the Explorer Gill homepage. But here you go. It's one of our favorite baits. It's an amazing glide bait. We've been talking about it all spring. For the next week, if you want to get Dad an Explorer Gill, every Explorer Gill purchase is going to come with a $20 gift card for the hookup tackle, and it'll be an automatic add. So when you add one of these to the cart, a gift card will add to cart as well, and you have two things to gift. Or maybe you want to do it for yourself and just buy an Explorer Gill. You'll get a $20 gift card along with that. So while supplies last, a free $20 gift card with every Baitsanity Explorer Gill. Available now. All right, while we are on gift card promotions, Jeff, last Father's Day we did a St. Croix Mojo promotion where they bought a Mojo rod, they got a gift card, right? This year, thanks to our friends St. Croix, we are expanding the promotion across all lines of St. Croix. So buy any St. Croix rod and you're going to get a gift card, and this will be different than in previous times. It will automatically add to cart and send it to you right away. Okay, so as soon as you check out, the gift card is there. You're not going to have to wait for it to ship or anything like that. So let me fly through these. The gift cards will be in amounts of $50, $100, or $200 depending on which line you get. So I'm just going to fly through these really quick. Legend Glass, Mojo, their Trout series, Victory, made in USA for 199 bucks. Bass X, okay? Awesome swim bait rod for 150 bucks. Purchase any of those, you're gonna get a $50 gift card free, okay? So that's a pretty smoking deal. $150 rod, you get a $50 gift card. It's basically like 33% back in a gift card. So again, while supplies last, that is going for those lines. If you purchase any Legend X or Legend Elite, you're gonna get a $100 gift card free for either of those. And then finally, if you wanna go all in and go to the top of the line St. Croix, any Legend Extreme purchase across the entire line will get a free $200 gift card, and it will automatically come once you check out to your email. So there you go, some smoking deals from St. Croix available on supply on hand. So definitely jump on it if you think that this is something that Dad would love. Scoop them up, available now. And then finally, Jeff, just a gift card promotion. Oh. How about that? Okay. So if you really have no idea what Dad wants, get him a gift card, let him choose his own tackle. So here's what we're doing for Father's Day, and again, this will be for the next week. Purchase any gift card and you are automatically gonna get a 10% bonus up gift card for free. So if you buy a $100 gift card, the cart's gonna automatically add 10 extra buck gift card for you. So $100, you're gonna get $110. $500, you're gonna get $550. $1,000, you're gonna get $1,100, right? So everything will just go up 10% for free for you with any gift card purchase. That way Dad can get a little extra this year because, let's be honest, he deserves it. Am I right? I feel like I deserve it.
Yeah, you do.
I deserve this beer.
Drink beer and work for 4 hours.
I got a 4-hour workday ahead of me, Jeff. All right, guys, that is a wrap. What do you think, Jeff? Some good stuff? I know you're most excited about the spinner.
Well, I mean, last week was 1,000 times better than this week.
You're crazy. Well, that's because you don't throw jackhammers. You don't throw crankbaits or jerkbaits or swim baits like Magdrafts or free rig or top water, like you really don't do anything. But you're a BFS guy now.
Yeah.
You should be excited about the spinner.
Is that what that means?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Thank you, as always, on behalf of myself and Jeff and Griffin, everybody here at the Hookup Tackle. Guys, thank you for the business. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the time. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Go catch some fish. Hug your family. Cheers, my friends. Drink some Orion. Okay? Cheers, guys. We will see you next week. Peace.